Finally, after all the waiting, after all the speculating, after all the drama, after the unfortunate circumstance of Daniel Bryan's in-ring retirement, has now led to his in-ring return, and it's well overdue. This is the brash, the brazen, Sean's Entertainment. I will not be overtaken. Make sure to share, subscribe, smash the bell. The news broke over an hour ago that Daniel Bryan, and I had to see it to believe it. I had to believe it to see it. I couldn't believe it even when I was seeing it unfold and break on WWE.com, CBS, all the dirt sheets, the websites, the newsletters are going rampant. Now, the rumors before this happened, let's just set the table. The rumors before this happened was Dave Meltzer was reporting, there's some rumors that Daniel Bryan's cleared to return. Now, all this in the midst of AJ Styles' WrestleMania status up in the air. Now, here's what I would have done. Listen, I am as happy could be that Daniel Bryan is cleared. It's long overdue, and he deserves it. Because now Daniel Bryan gets to live out his life doing what he wants to do, and that's being a professional wrestler and not general manager of SmackDown Live. But now Daniel Bryan can thrive and survive, and hopefully Daniel Bryan can continue on a healthy path. But let's set the table. Earlier today, it was reported that there was some chance that Daniel Bryan would be maybe a special guest referee. Maybe he would be an enforcer. Maybe he would be an official. But now Daniel Bryan is officially returning as an in-ring WWE wrestler, an in-ring performer. And it's also stated online that WWE can have Daniel Bryan wrestle when they see fit, as he pleases, as the WWE wants him to wrestle. So we could see Daniel Bryan full-time. We could see him part-time. We could see him all the time. We could see him at live events. And one would have to assume the timing of this is impeccable, because now at the Showcase of Immortals, Daniel Bryan will have the opportunity, the chance to compete at WrestleMania. And it's come full circle. It has literally come full circle for Daniel Bryan. It's come full circle for Daniel Bryan because it was at New Orleans at WrestleMania where Daniel Bryan held up the WWE World's Heavyweight title high. He made Batista tap out. Daniel Bryan, was on a wave of momentum. Daniel Bryan was at the highest of highs at WrestleMania 30. And now, some years later, Daniel Bryan, once again, ladies and gentlemen, gets to climb at the top of the mountain, but not as a general manager, not as an official, not as an authority figure, but he gets to go at the top of the mountain on SmackDown Live as a performer, as a wrestler, living out his dream. Daniel Bryan returns to the ring, and ladies and gentlemen, we got a big fire. I mean, anything can happen here on Sean's View Entertainment, and right now, as I'm doing this video live on the road, I don't really know what the heck's going on here. I don't know if there's a fire. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of smoke right now where I am. I don't know if it's a forest fire. I don't know what's going on right now. But what I know is Daniel Bryan is returning to the ring. And, ladies and gentlemen, the realization, can you imagine what Daniel Bryan's feeling right now? After Daniel Bryan has been, researching, he's been going to doctors, he's been getting different opinions, he's been doing all these things. Daniel Bryan has been trying to do everything he can. And finally, the WWE's doctor, the one that mattered most out of all of them, even though Daniel Bryan was cleared by multiple doctors before WWE's doctor. And you know what? You got to give the WWE credit, because once again, the WWE, they're still taking, a chance, because, of course, there's still that possibility, there's still the potential that, we don't want it to happen, we don't want to see it, but what we saw with Paige. Paige came back after, that neck injury, that neck surgery. She came back, and then, we all saw what happened there. Paige's career's done. Now, obviously, we don't want to see that happen. We don't want to see that occur with Daniel Bryan. So hopefully Daniel Bryan, maybe Daniel Bryan can be a little bit more careful in the ring. Maybe you don't do those high-flying maneuvers. Daniel Bryan's still over. Daniel Bryan doesn't have to be all nuts in the ring. Daniel Bryan can calm down. Daniel Bryan doesn't have to go, balls to the wall. Let's be honest here. Daniel Bryan doesn't have to go all out in that ring. Just the fact that he will be in that ring and doing more than a drop kick is phenomenal and speaks volumes to the velocity and the volume of what this news brings. I mean, the internet is literally going crazy right now. The internet is just going kaboom bazam on Daniel Bryan's return. And for good reason. The fans have been waiting. They have been anticipating. They have been on their edge of the seats. There was always news, Daniel Bryan could return. There was always the rumors. There was always the conflict. There was always the backstage eruptions. Daniel Bryan said, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna go to ROH. I'll go to TNA. I'll go to New Japan. I'll go to another wrestling company that will clear me. Imagine had the WWE not cleared Daniel Bryan and Daniel Bryan went elsewhere, and then. But the timing of this with WrestleMania is impeccable, and the WWE now can start building the foundation to WrestleMania in less than 3 weeks. They can start that tonight on SmackDown Live, which you would have to assume will be one of the top turning points at SmackDown Live tonight with Daniel Bryan. It's the comeback story of a lifetime. It's the comeback story that you want to tell your kids, your grandkids. It's the comeback story that is a feel-good moment. And Daniel Bryan has had many feel-good moments, but none bigger, none more significant, none more greater than Daniel Bryan being returning to the World Wrestling Entertainment, the blue brand of SmackDown Live. You just got to wonder now with the rumors of Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, will it be a tag team match? Will Daniel Bryan be in a one-on-one match? Should Daniel Bryan be in the match with Nakamura if AJ Styles can't compete? Since AJ Styles' WrestleMania status is up in the air, although AJ Styles did say, I'll be at WrestleMania even if I only have one leg. I will be competing. I will be wrestling. So we don't know how significant the injury to AJ Styles is. So you want to talk about a wave of momentum. You want to talk about a roller coaster ride of emotions heading in to WrestleMania. WrestleMania has become a mania once again, thanks to the WWE clearing Daniel Bryan. But this is how dedicated, prolific, consistent, and dedicated Sean Entertainment is to my viewers and my subscribers. I give you a video while I pay attention to the road. My eyes are fully on the road. As you can see, I'm not looking at the phone the whole time. My eyes are shot blocked onto the road. All right, I'm looking at the road, I'm looking at the traffic, I'm looking at the stop signs, I'm looking at the traffic lights. I'm not texting, I'm not sexting, I'm not doing all those things. All I'm doing is giving you an update and paying attention to the road and following the rules and the regulations that I'm abiding to by a citizen of the US of A. But what I will tell you right now is that Daniel Bryan will be bleeding the red, white, and blue as he heads into WrestleMania. And can you imagine what the Bella Twins must be thinking? What's John Cena thinking? What is Daniel Bryan's own kid thinking? He'll be able to tell his kid this in 3, 4, 5 years when, obviously when the kid gets older and knows what's going on and knows his whereabouts and knows what's happening. Oh my God, Daddy's back. Daddy's a professional wrestler again. Daddy's doing what he's always wanted to do, and that is compete in that ring in front of you. And now Daniel Bryan can compete in front of his kid, in front of his girl, in front of the fans, and he can feel it. Daniel Bryan can sense it. And Daniel Bryan will be returning. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fun-filled day. This is a great day. Daniel Bryan returning is perhaps one of the biggest news stories of 2018 to date. There's been a lot of rumors and news to start off the year, especially with WrestleMania. But on the road to WrestleMania, have no fear, Daniel Bryan is returning. And besides CM Punk returning, this is potentially the best piece of news any WWE fan or professional wrestling fan could even fathom or witness or hear or see. And we can all say that on this day, on this date, on this year, at this time, we saw it, we read it, and we witnessed it. Daniel Bryan cleared to return by WWE. It's nothing but, it's not just a thing anymore. It is realistic. It's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a storyline. This is not an angle. This is not part of the show. This is not part of the problem. Daniel Bryan is going to help the problem. Daniel Bryan is going to help promote. Daniel Bryan is going to help maintain the WWE. You gotta wonder, will the ratings go up? You gotta wonder, will the ticket sales be enhanced? You gotta wonder, will the merchandise sales be at an all-time high? Can you imagine now the dream matches, the marquee moments? Can you imagine the storylines and the angles that Daniel Bryan could provide? Daniel Bryan's been away from action for a very, very long time, and now Daniel Bryan gets to do it on his own terms. Daniel Bryan can say that I fought tooth and nail. I did everything I could. I never gave up. I never gave in. And I know Daniel Bryan and John Cena are very close outside the business, but inside WWE, ladies and gentlemen, here's one thing that's true. Daniel Bryan and John Cena had a hell of a feud, they had a hell of a match. But, Daniel Bryan can adapt to what John Cena said. Never give up. No matter what they say, no matter the detractors, no matter the cynics, no matter the critics, no matter what they say, never give up. And Sean's View Entertainment is also living by that term, because I've also on YouTube it's been a rough road. It's been very tough. It's been very rough. It's been very debilitating, from my ex leaving me, from having my kid taken from me. I can see my kid here and there, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen, just like Daniel Bryan's fighting, I am going to fight. I am going to fight, and I'm going to do what I need to do because I have my role, and I love my child, and I want to see my child, have her see me perform at a high level. No more backlash, no more drama, no more dictations, no more citations, no more none of that. Sean's View Entertainment is here on YouTube.com, and when Daniel Bryan is cleared, you can bet your last little dollar that Sean's View Entertainment will bring the news, the rumors, the backstage updates, and the updates as it was meant to be and as it was supposed to be. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about the news about Daniel Bryan returning to WWE in-ring action after over 24 months? After over 24 months. It has been a long time coming. And when I say it's been overdue, and Daniel Bryan has been in his back as it is, and when I say all these things, and Daniel Bryan has had to live it and see it and hear about it, and now Daniel Bryan gets to realize the second coming of his wrestling career. Ladies and gentlemen, I just hope Daniel Bryan is good. I hope he's healthy. I wish and hope him and his family and his wrestling prowess, his wrestling future is all in the clear. And now Daniel Bryan can take his rightful place in WWE once again. And that is not an LIE. Viewers and subscribers, more to come from the brash one. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned on these developing details. And if any more backstage rumors, news, headlines, or updates come out about Daniel Bryan's in-ring return, you can be sure to know that the brash and brazen Sean's View Entertainment will bring it to you with the satisfaction, the gratification, the respect, and the gratitude, the amplitude that Daniel Bryan is back in a WWE ring, but not as a manager or an official or a commentator, as a professional wrestler. It's on. WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania has never been more grander than it is right now. Subscribe.